All right. Well, evening. Give me just a second. Okay. Well, whew. Good evening. I'm getting pretty over the heat. Good news. Comes the year, the Farmer's Almanac website will the future forecasts are. You usually have to wait like almost halfway through the year before they're finally like, oh, okay, well, here's what's going on. And it's not in the detail that you get if you actually download. Like I often download it to the Kindle. I ended up stopping because I realized I wasn't really looking at it that much or that often. So if you're in the Midwest, be prepared for a pretty serious winter. It looks like it's going to be a good, solid, rainy, but mild winter here. And but yeah, it's supposed to be actually a pretty serious Midwest winter. Lots of snow, even colder, like kind of colder than normal kind of stuff. But you could also look on the Farmer's Almanac website. And so I figured we would do Proverbs 6 through 10. So I wonder what he's up to tonight. My upstairs neighbor is like doing all kinds of stuff. I can't figure out. So here we go. Proverbs 6. My son, if you have stood surety with for your fellow, given your hand for another, you have been trapped by the words of your mouth, snared by the words of your mouth. Do this then, my son, to extricate yourself, for you have come into the power of your fellow. Go grovel and badger your fellow. Give your eyes no sleep, your pupils no slumber. Save yourself like a deer out of the hand of a hunter, like a bird out of the hand of a fowler. Lazy bones go to the ant. Study its ways and learn. Without leaders, officers, or rulers, it lays up its stores during the summer, gathers in its food. How long will you lie there, lazy bones? When will you wake from your sleep? A bit more sleep, a bit more slumber, a bit more hugging yourself in bed, and poverty will come calling upon you, and want like a man with a shield. A scoundrel, an evil man, lives by crooked speech, winking his eyes, shuffling his feet, pointing his finger. Duplicity is in his heart. He plots evil all the time. He incites quarrels. Therefore, calamity will come upon him without warning. Suddenly, he will be broken beyond repair. 6 things the Lord hates, 7 are an abomination to him: a haughty bearing, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a mind that hatches evil plots, feet quick to run to evil, a false witness testifying lies, and one who incites brothers to quarrel. My son, keep your father's commandment. Do not forsake your mother's teaching. Tie them over your heart always. Bind them around your throat. When you walk it, for the commandment is a lamp, the teaching is a light, and the way to life is the rebuke that disciplines. It will keep you from an evil woman, from the smooth tongue of a forbidden woman. Do not lust for her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. The last loaf of bread will go for a harlot. A married woman will snare a person of honor. Can a man rake embers into his bosom without burning his clothes? Can a man walk on live coals without scorching his feet? It is the same as his fellow's wife. None who touches her will go unpunished. A thief is not held in contempt for stealing to appease his hunger, yet if caught he must repay sevenfold. He must give up all he owns. He who commits adultery is devoid of sense. Only one who would destroy himself does such a thing. He will meet with disease and disgrace. His reproach will never be expunged. The fury of the husband will be passionate. He will show no pity on his day of vengeance. He will not have regard for any ransom. He will refuse your bribe, however great. And Proverbs 7. My son, heed my words, and store up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live, my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your mind. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding a kinswoman. She will guard you from a forbidden woman, from an alien woman whose talk is smooth. From the window of my house, through my lattice, I look out and saw among the simple, noticed among the youths, a lad devoid of sense. He was crossing the street near her corner, walking toward her house. In the dusk of evening, in the dark hours of night, a woman comes toward him, dressed like a harlot with set purpose. She is bustling and restive. She is never at home. Now in the street, now in the square, she lurks at every corner. She lays hold of him and kisses him. Brazenly she says to him, I had to make a sacrifice of well-being. Today I fulfilled my vows. Therefore I have come out to you, seeking you, and have found you. I have decked my couch with covers of dyed Egyptian linen. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Let us drink our fill of love till morning. Let us delight in amorous embrace, for the man of the house is away. He is off on a distant journey. He took his bag of money with him and will return only at mid-month. She sways him with her eloquence, turns him aside with her smooth talk. Thoughtlessly he follows her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a fool to the stocks for punishment. Until the arrow pierces his liver, he is like a bird rushing into a trap, not knowing his life is at stake. Now, sons, listen to me. Pay attention to my words. Let your mind not wander down her ways. Do not stray onto her paths, for many are those she has struck dead, and numerous are her victims. Her house is a highway to Sheol, leading down to death's inner chambers. Proverb 8. It is wisdom calling, understanding raising her voice. She takes her stand at the topmost heights, by the wayside, at the crossroads, near the gates, at the city entrance. At the entryways she shouts, O men, I call to you. My cry is to all mankind. O simple ones, learn shrewdness. O dullards, instruct your minds. Listen, for I speak noble things. Uprightness comes from my lips. My mouth utters truth. Wickedness is abhorrent to my lips. All my words are just, none of them perverse or crooked. All are straightforward to the intelligent man, and right to those who have attained knowledge. Accept my discipline rather than silver, knowledge rather than choice gold, for wisdom is better than rubies. No goods can equal her. I, wisdom, live with prudence. I attain evil. I hate pride, arrogance, the evil way, and do. Mine are counsel and resourcefulness. I am understanding. Courage is mine. Through me kings reign, and rulers decree just laws. Through me princes rule, great men and all the righteous judges. Those who love me I love. Those who seek me will find me. Riches and honor belong to me. Enduring wealth and success. My fruit is better than gold, fine gold, and my produce better than choice silver. I walk on the way of righteousness, on the paths of justice. I endow those who love me with substance. I will fill their treasuries. The Lord created me at the beginning of his course, as the first of his works of old. In the distant past I was fashioned at the beginning, at the origin of earth. There was still no deep when I was brought forth, no springs rich in water. Before the foundation of the mountains were sunk, before the hills I was born. He had not yet made earth and fields, or the world's first clumps of clay. I was there when he set the heavens into place, when he fixed the horizon upon the deep, when he made the heavens above firm, and the fountains of the deep gushed forth, when he assigned the sea so that its waters never transgress his command, when he fixed the foundations of the earth. I was with him as a confidant, a source of delight every day, rejoicing before him at all times, rejoicing in his inhabited world, finding delight with mankind. Now, sons, listen to me, learn it. Happy is the man who listens to me, coming early to my gate, waiting outside my doors, for he who finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who misses me destroys himself. All who hate me love death. Proverb 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her pillars. She has prepared the feast, mixed the wine, and also set the table. She has sent out her maids to announce on the heights of the town, let the simple enter here. To those devoid, she says, come eat my food and drink the wine that I have mixed. Give up simpleness and live. Walk in the way of understanding. To correct a scoffer or rebuke a wicked man for his blemish is to call down abuse on oneself. Do not rebuke a scoffer, for he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Instruct a wise man, and he will grow wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will gain the word. And knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For through me your days will increase, and years be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. If you are a scoffer, you bear it alone. The stupid woman bustles about. She is simple and knows nothing. She sits in the doorway of her house or on a chair at the heights of the town, calling to all the wayfarers who go about their own affairs. Let the simple enter here. And to those devoid of sense she says, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten furtively is tasty. He does not know the shades are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. And number 10, the Proverbs of Solomon. So this actually begins a second section, if I remember correctly. A wise son brings joy to his father. A dull son is his mother's sorrow. Ill-gotten wealth is of no avail, but righteousness saves from death. The Lord will not let the righteous go hungry, but he denies the wicked what they crave. Negligent hands cause poverty, but diligent hands enrich. He who lays in stores during the summer is a capable son. He who sleeps during the harvest is an incompetent. Blessings light upon the head of the righteous, but lawlessness covers the mouth of the wicked. The name of the righteous is invoked in blessing, but the fame of the wicked rots. He whose heart is wise accepts commands, but he whose speech is foolish comes to grief. He who lives blamelessly lives safely, but he who walks a crooked path will be found out. He who winks his eye causes sorrow, He whose speech is foolish comes to grief. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but lawlessness covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers up all faults. Wisdom is to be found on the lips of the intelligent, but a rod is ready for the back of the senseless. The wise store up knowledge. The mouth of the fool is an imminent ruin. The wealth of a rich man is his fortress. The poverty of the poor is his ruin. The labor of the righteous man makes for life. The produce of the wicked man makes for want. He who follows discipline shows the way to life, but he who ignores reproof leads astray. He who conceals hatred has lying lips, while he who speaks forth slander is a dullard. Where there is much talking, there is no lack of transgressing, but he who curbs his tongue shows sense. The tongue of a righteous man is choice silver, but the mind of the wicked is of little worth. The lips of the righteous sustain many, but fools die for lack of sense. It is the blessing of the Lord that enriches, and no toil can increase it. As mischief is sport for the dullard, so is wisdom for the man of understanding. What the wicked man plots overtakes him. What the righteous desire is granted. When the storm passes, the wicked man is gone, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Like vinegar to the teeth, like smoke to the eyes, is a lazy man to those who send him on a mission. The fear of the Lord prolongs life, while the years of the wicked will be shortened. The righteous can look forward to joy, but the hope of the wicked is doomed. The way of the Lord is a stronghold for the blameless, but a ruin for evildoers. The righteous will never be shaken. The wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous produces wisdom, but the treacherous tongue shall be cut off. The lips of the righteous know what is pleasing. The mouth of the wicked knows duplicity. I like Proverbs. I like that book a lot, and it hits me in a few places here and there. And it's like, yeah, I like a nap. I do like taking my naps, and no, it's not. Yeah, gotta focus. Gotta stay on purpose. And so, staying on purpose. Make sure to join the Discord. I try to keep. I'm still trying to post stuff. And anybody who saw that video earlier today, the name I was looking for was Vulcana. Kate Vulcana, either Roberts or Kate Vulcana Williams was the name I was looking for. Quite an interesting woman. When you search for her, you'll find all of these old-time strongmen and they're just interesting stories of interesting women from a fascinating period of time, which is once again one of these things that when you think of all these people who argue feminism this and the patriarchy that, and you're like, did any of you know these women existed? And I've done this before. Like, feminists have no idea that there was an era of time where people would go and watch these like immensely strong women who would beat men at feats of strength, and this was like their shtick. They would go around making money this way. All right, well, take care, you all. I'll see you tomorrow night.